Hello students, let us continue chapter 8 motion. Today we are going to discuss our next topic, graphical representation of motion. Actually, graphs provide a convenient method to present basic information about a variety of events. For example, in the telecast of a one-day cricket match, vertical bar graphs show the run rate of a team in each over. As you have studied in mathematics, a straight line graph helps in solving a linear equation having two variables. We have done in small classes. To describe the motion of an object, we can use line graphs. In this case, line graphs show dependence of one physical quantity, such as distance or velocity, on another quantity such as time. So let us discuss this graphical representation of motion. Our first graphical representation is distance time graph. So, the change in the position of an object with the time can be represented on distance time graph, adopting a convenient scale of choice. So, let us observe this graphical diagram. In this graph, time is taken along the x-axis and distance is taken along the y-axis. Distance time graph can be employed under various conditions where objects move with uniform speed, with non-uniform speed, or remain at rest, etc. So, we know that when an object travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, it moves with a uniform speed. So, this shows that the distance traveled by the object is directly proportional to time taken, as we have observing in the diagram. Thus, for uniform speed, a graph of a distance traveled against time is a straight line. The portion OB of the graph shows that the distance is increasing at a uniform rate. You can also use the term uniform velocity in place of uniform speed if you consider the magnitude of displacement equal to the distance travelled by the object along y-axis. Now, we can use the distance time graph to determine the speed of an object. So, let us consider a small part AB of the distance time graph as shown in the figure already. Draw a line parallel to x-axis from point A and another line parallel to y-axis from point B. These two lines meet each other at point C to form a triangle ABC, as we are observing in the diagram. Now on the graph, AC denotes the time interval T2 minus T1, while BC corresponds to distance S2 minus S1. We can see the graph that as the object moves from the point A to B. So it covers a distance S2 minus S1 in time T2 minus T1. Therefore, the speed V of the object can be represented as V is equal to S2 minus S1 upon T2 minus T1. Next, the distance time graph for non-uniform speed. So, this diagram represents the distance time graph for the motion of the car. Note that the shape of this graph is different from the earlier distance time graph because it was for uniform motion. Therefore, the nature of these graphs shows the non-linear variation of the distance travelled by the car with respect to time. Thus, the graph shown in this figure represents motion with non-uniform speed. Next, velocity time graph. The variation in velocity with time for an object moving in a straight line can be represented by velocity time graph. In this graph, we are observing time is represented along the x-axis and velocity is represented along the y-axis. If the object moves at a uniform velocity, the height of its velocity time graph will not change with the time, and it will be a straight line parallel to the x-axis. Already we are observing in the diagram. Then the velocity time graph for a car moving with uniform velocity of 40 km per hour is showing in this diagram. Now we know that the product of velocity and the time give displacement of an object moving with uniform velocity. The area enclosed by a velocity time graph and the time axis will be equal to the measurement of the displacement. Now to find the distance moved by the car between time t1 and t2, with the help of this diagram, draw perpendiculars from the points corresponding to the time t1 and time t2 on the graph. The velocity of 40 km per hour is represented by the height AC or BD, and the time t2 minus t1 is represented by the length AB. So the distance S moved by the car in time t2 minus t1 can be expressed as S, that is distance is equal to AC into CD, where AC will be equal to 40 km per hour and CD will be equal to T2 minus T1 into H. And H will be cancelled out, and hence we'll get the answer 40 into T2 minus T1 kilometer, which is equal to area of rectangle ABC. And hence this is velocity time graph for uniform motion of car. We can also study about uniformly accelerated motion by plotting its velocity time graph. So let us take an example. Consider a car being driven along a straight road for testing its engine. Suppose a person sitting next to the driver records its velocity after every 5 seconds by noting the reading of the speedometer of car, and thus we obtained a graph known as the velocity time graph for the motion of the car. So if we observe it carefully, the nature of the graph shows that velocity changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. Thus for all uniformly accelerated motion, the velocity time graph will be a straight line, as already shown in the figure. Now we can also determine the distance moved by the car from its velocity time graph. The area under the velocity time graph gives the distance, the magnitude of displacement moved by the car in a given interval of time. If the car would have been moving with a uniform velocity, the distance travelled by it would be represented by the area ABCD under the graph. Since the magnitude of the velocity, the measure of the velocity of the car is changing due to acceleration, the distance travelled by the car will be given by the area ABCDE under the velocity time graph, as already we are observing in the diagram. So therefore S, area is equal to ABCDE, which is equal to area of the rectangle ABCD plus area of triangle ADE. Hence AB into BC plus half of AD into DE. Last topic, velocity time graph of an object in non-uniformly accelerated motion. The first diagram, the first graph shows a velocity time graph that represents the motion of an object whose velocity is decreasing with time, while second graph shows the non-uniform variation of velocity of the object with time. So students, I hope you understood the graphical representation of motion, and thank you for listening.